What's going on, guys? So in today's video I want to talk a little bit about Airbnb and some of the things that you should consider if you're thinking about starting Airbnb. If you're thinking about maybe, okay, I have an empty house, I want to do Airbnb, I want to rent it, don't want to get roommates. If you have an apartment, it's 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms, whatever it is, and some of the pros and cons of doing Airbnb and some of the things that you can expect. A little bit of a background: I've done Airbnb in the past. I was a host. I did it for about 4 months, but I had to stop because my apartment complex didn't allow that. I wasn't aware of the laws. I didn't get in trouble. They just asked me, they sent me a letter and they just asked me to stop doing it or else I would have to leave, and I stopped doing it. So that's just a little bit of the background, but I enjoyed it. I got to super host. I didn't have any issues. Again, I didn't have any crazy stories that you hear sometimes on the internet of things that happened. The whole process was pretty simple. Great reviews, but again, the apartment complex didn't allow it, so I had to stop. All right, so one of the things that we should consider and that we should talk about is the fact that the money, if you're thinking of doing it as a side income, not as a full-time income, I think it's great, because even though you could take it to a full-time income, at the moment I recommend you start just doing it as a side gig, because you're never really gonna know how, if you do enjoy it. I wouldn't want people to invest a lot of money into doing it right away in the beginning, because you want to get your feet wet. You want to see how it flows. You want to see how many guests I can get in a month. You want to see how much income you can get in a month. The income is great, but I suggest people start doing it as a side part-time. Maybe if you have an extra room, maybe if you have 2 extra rooms, just put them up before you actually drop everything and go full-time into it, because you can make a lot of money with Airbnb. But I suggest, if you don't know how to market your property, if you don't know how to get higher in the rankings, if you're just getting started, you don't know how to host to get great reviews, if you're still pretty new to it, I suggest starting, just as a side hustle and just do 1 room, see how you like it, and just go from there. Another thing to consider is the flexibility. Now, Airbnb is super flexible. You can just open and close whatever dates you want. You can't cancel. That's one of the things that I want to let you know right away. You can't cancel. I mean, you can, but it's gonna hurt you. If a guest reserves the room, you don't want to cancel last minute. That's really gonna hurt you, and you're messing with somebody's trip. Like, people book rooms in advance, sometimes months in advance, because they have plans. They have a vacation coming. Don't cancel on someone like last minute. Don't do that. But you are pretty flexible with your schedule, that you can just, if you have family coming over and you need that room, you can block those dates out where no one can book it. Another thing to consider is, does your community allow for it? Like I said earlier, I had issues with my community because they didn't allow Airbnb in my place. I couldn't do it, and that's just the way it is. That's the way the laws are, and you just gotta respect it and not do it. So if you're thinking of moving into a place and your plans are, okay, I'm gonna get a 2 bedroom and I'm gonna rent the other one out, or I have an extra couch and I'm just gonna do that, whatever it is, make sure that your community allows for it. I've also heard that HOAs, you can't do Airbnb in there, so you can't do it there. Again, just make sure that wherever you go, you can do it, because the last thing you want to do is get into a lease and then you have to break it because you didn't know the rules, and then you're kind of screwed. All right, so the last thing that I want to talk about is having strangers in your house. Now, a lot of people are not okay with it. I personally, I don't mind having strangers in my house. Most of the people that I encountered, they just came to sleep, shower, and left. Like, they just needed a place to crash, leave their stuff, and you never really see them. You never really talk much. I had maybe 1 or 2 guests. Like, we sat down, we talked, they told me about their life, I shared my life, it was a cool conversation. The guy was from Australia, and like I said, it was pretty cool. Like, I have nothing bad to say. Didn't have a bad experience at all with any of my guests, but some people, they don't feel comfortable with having a stranger in their house. They don't like it. So that's something you gotta be okay with. If you have a girlfriend, wife, you gotta sit down and talk about it. Like, hey, I'm thinking about doing Airbnb. Will you be okay with this? Will you be okay with sharing the kitchen? Will you be okay with maybe sharing the bathroom if you don't have 2 bathrooms? Just little things like that you have to be okay with, but that comes with the job. All right, guys, so I gave you 4 things to consider if you're thinking about doing Airbnb. If you are thinking about doing it and it's already in your mind, I always say go for it, give it a try, see if you like it, see if it's something for you, and then make up your own decision. Like, I know there's a lot of people on the internet talking really good and some people talking really bad. I feel like I was a little bit biased towards the good, because Like I said, I didn't have any bad reviews. I didn't have any bad guests. I didn't have any issues. And my experience overall was really good. Will I do it again? Yes, because like I said, I enjoyed Airbnb. I didn't mind the having the people over. I didn't mind, you know, the back and forth, just talking with the guests. I didn't mind none of that. And I understand not everyone's like that. I understand that some people do have bad days, maybe the guests. Whatever the reason was that some people on the internet say that they had bad encounters with the guests, then I don't know. I always say, you do it. You come up with your own, you know, your own self-review. If this is something for you, if this is not. Just like you have people talking bad about other side gigs. Some people really love them, some people don't. So just do it and come up with your own experience. Maybe it's something you really hate, maybe it's something you really love. So again, just do it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also, drop me a comment below. Alright, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about Airbnb. And you know, let's just talk a little bit and see if by the end of the video, hopefully, in my apartment, but one of the first things that I want, the money is great. Are you doing it?